Yeah, I'm back in black. Diddly-dee, diddly, diddly-dee, diddly, diddly. Yes, I'm sucking crack. Oh, I'm back in black. Yeah, all I know is that I am your bruh. Moment cup, moment coming on it like I get up on it. Roro raggy. Diddly-dee. Ah, whoa, whoa. Back in black. Yeah. Wow, I was actually able to mount it. Crazy. I love mounting. Hey, buddy. Oh no. Where's my phone, Mia? Build it on my box, Chester. Come on. Okay, I'm not mad. Well, I'm back in black. Oh, I'm back in black. Perfection. Position. You know what? It doesn't even matter to add that shit. Yeah, I'm smoking crack. Smoking crack. Bento blocks, bent on a cock. A Lenovo's Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Gonna stick up on that with the Overwatch. Silent Hill F is the game I'll never beat. Tom Clancy's Vision 2 and Death Stranding. Phoenix. Oh, yeah. I'm so damn lost and crazy. Everybody knows. Yeah, I'm so. I already got the DRM-free version of that. Lazy Manzoid, long time no see, my friend. Welcome back. Third Rain War was pretty good. Third Snow Runner was pretty. Honestly, I am tempted to drop $11 on that. I'm fired up and fired up inside my fucking soul. Ooh, way that you go. Ooh, yeah. Bang, broke cock and a big cock and I'm getting on the broke dick and broke. Oh shit, go. Lily, I'm leaving. Ooh. Oh, Hey, lately I've been lately I'll leave it, leave it. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. $3? Shit. That's a fucking catch, bro. $2.99 for Mortal Shell is pretty nuts. The only thing I really give a fuck about is Little Nightmares. Yeah, which is so. Believe them, I believe it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. Fortnite saved the world. We save the world. We save the children. We are the ones to make a better day. So let's start living. There's a choice we're making every day of our lives. Oh, make a better day for you and me. We love the squirrels. We love squirrels. We love the squirrel dream. We are the one to make a better day. So let's start living. Yeah, it's a choice we're making every day of our life. Yeah, this looks like something that would be fun to pirate. Italian horror trilogy, eh? Well, new incognito window. Oh shit. Oh, the color's different. Hide from screencast? That's crazy. What an easy thing to do. Yes, baby. Go ahead, baby. All right, time to mold that for just a second, chat. So I might buffer, but make a better day, you and me. Oh, I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel. That's so dumb, dude. Brave encounters of the turd kind. Yeah, I love you. Okay. I would have to agree. There we go. Italian horror trilogy. Nope. Make a better day, so you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the one to make a better day. Hey, let's start giving. Mouth washing. Okay. Newspaper day? Oh, better day with you and me. Oh, man, Zoid, I'm never still here, but I hope you're doing well, my friend. Doo-doo-doo. Man, these are dog shit. Newspaper day game. This looks like a. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Definitely gonna try this. What is trail cam? Um, one has good reviews. That seems good. What? Aqua, nice to see you again, my friend. Why did that open? Perennial order. Wait, didn't I play that? Plant Tour Boss Rush. I think that looks pretty cool. Bam. There we go. Oh. Okay. Yeah, and that's only for beating the base game, by the way. That's the thing I didn't understand. Oh, 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 oh. You dropped dead? Okay. Sure thing, Aqua. uh, auto sort. Are you fucking kidding me? Hell yeah. Welcome back, Aqua. Happy? Okay. Hey, baby. Well, we're glad to have you, Aqua. I appreciate it, man. I get it. Streaming helps me not feel lonely, too. She's all right, man. She just been rough. Sections suck. But taking it day by day, it's getting a little bit better. Oh, dick. Fuck. Oh. Okay. Where is... There they are. Let's go! Wahoo! Oh, well. Shit.
The smell.
No. Resident Evil 7 is my favorite. I would say 2 Remake is Apex traditional Resident Evil. I love the original on GOG. PC port, of course. Great. Classic Resident Evil 4 is fun. Not my favorite. 5 is fun, especially in co-op. Um, but yeah, 7 is my favorite game of all time. I named my daughter after 2 of the characters in that game. I like it that much. Oh, this game is like a 7 at most, and that's simply because it's a fun game. I have some serious reservations of the story of this game. More than any of the other mainline games. They just retcon a lot in the story of like the lore of the franchise, and I don't like that because, well, it just sucks. Like, nobody wants you to retcon 25, 30 years of history. It's just started. Oh, that was cool, though. Oh, I thought he fell over the edge. Okay, if I'm judging it as a full package, I would say it's like a 9 out of 10. Oh, man. Why is it doing this? Is there a way to fucking fix this? Hold on 1 second. No, that's the problem. The glazing is out of control, bro. It is not that fucking good. Like, when you're looking at a game like this, you have to take into consideration everything. And I'm telling you, the story in the first half of this game is amazing, and then they totally fuck it up, and the pacing is like as a longtime Resident Evil fan, it's disappointing. In the story department. um, also, not just that. Um, frequent crashes. Okay, so this is not. I'm gonna have to redo all that. I'm getting sick of it. I don't know if it's a Wayland bug. I think it's an NVIDIA driver issue. I had to install the beta driver to get the game to be playable. But from like a gameplay perspective, I think it's like an 8, probably. And then the good parts of the story make it like a 9. It's like an entire package, but if I were to just grade the story, I would say it's like a 5. Okay, it didn't send me back too far. The best villain, I think the Bakers are pretty much the top tier villains of the franchise. It's just a family that was infected by Evelyn, the main villain of RE7. They were good people. They lived an honest, hardworking life. They had a family, and they're turned into like these absolutely insane people that are trying to murder you and do all this crazy shit. And it's really fucked up. But I love it. They're like the most likable villains ever, dude. Matter of fact, you know, this game is pissing me off. Here, let me show you something actually good. This will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about Resident Evil 7. Everything you need to know. Best favorite game of all time, bro. Like, seriously. I'm very disappointed with 9. But I have to say, I might like 9 more if it wasn't so fucking broken. If I didn't have to use Windows 11 to actually fucking play it. I don't want to fucking use Windows 11. It's just bullshit, man. Anyway, this is a DLC for Resident Evil 7. And it's basically just backstory, so it won't spoil anything for you, but it'll actually give you more context if you ever play it yourself. Actually, what are my graphics set to? This game actually works, unlike the other one. Ray tracing on, all high settings. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all, bro. Alright. Called Daughters. That's Zoe, that's one of their kids. In 7 and 8 both, I love the villains of 8 too. And a lot of the gameplay in 8 is probably my favorite. Take your tablet. Yours is dead, I think. Told you. No. Take the blue one. Alright, so basically there's a huge storm.
They haven't said.
Baby, you can have the other one. There you go. There you go. Good job. High five. Yeah, the kid that I'm talking to is actually Mia. She's named after the main character's wife in this game.
Oh, she's so young.
Baby, I can't do anything about that. Her name is Mia Eveline.
Zoe, go get some.
That's Evelyn.
From the laundry room, okay? Oh.
And you don't actually see Mia in this game, unfortunately.
Let's get this poor girl some fresh clothes and into a warm bed. We'll put her in Lucas's old room.
Oh, come on, kid.
Yeah, we'll put her somewhere else. Why not?
Lucas, you just hush. You long outgrown that room. Always want to run a bed and breakfast.
Got your big break, didn't you? Get her to bed. I'll put some soup on.
Poor family, man.
Good enough for soup, don't you think?
And the thing is, like, it really is an impressive story, too. Why is this displaying like this? Does that work? Yes. Okay, well, it's a little bit fucked up. Well, let me put it back on. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so this is Lucas. He's a piece of shit, that's all I'll say. So the context of this story is kind of interesting, right? Because me and Evelyn were both brought in off of a crashed ship in the bayou of Louisiana. Like, this game deadass takes place in a random house in Louisiana. That's another thing I really like about it. And Jack Baker, out of the goodness of his heart, man, out of the goodness of his heart, rescued them. And little did he know. That's all I can say. Little did he know. Such a cool dude.
Cleaned up and it's just a dry clothes. I need to check on the boathouse. It's half underwater last I looked.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. This is a cool DLC.
Let's get you cleaned up.
They're mine now.
What?
Oh, shit.
Daddy?
Spooky.
Power out? Was there a lightning strike?
I honestly don't know how to get the true ending of this DLC. I need to figure it out. Might do that here. Apparently there's a laptop you can look at that has... Wait, can I activate this? Oh, here we go. Wait. I don't guess it's in here. I get messaged on Discord. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Man, all that shit is crazy. Gosh, my friend literally created a thing in his Discord server to share the news about what's going on with Iran, and every day it's just something else. Something new, something crazy. Okay. Yeah, no one has cleared the dishes. So the game will not let me pick that item up early. Awesome. Damn, I don't know where the red jewel is. Yeah, I got the rope thing.
Where'd that little
Yep,
girl get
me
you?
too, man. Me too. Okay, there's a lockpick. Oh, man.
What was that?
Yeah, they are very well optimized, I have to say. Generally speaking, Village had some performance issues at launch, but it ended up getting better. Uh-oh.
Lucas?
Oh, wait.
What happened? Are you okay?
Honestly, I think this one's probably the scariest. The developers of RE Village came out and said that they wanted to make it less scary. Because people found this one to be too scary.
What the hell's going on?
Donia? Okay. I think that's a reference. Very clean. The only Silent Hill game that I've ever completed is Silent Hill 2 Remake, and I really, really like it. I actually played that this morning. Well, that's... I see, baby. I know. The scariest game I've ever actually played, Aqua, is a game called Visage. I don't think I've ever played anything that really comes close to that. Except for maybe like Phasmophobia back when it first came out. It was pretty fucking spooky, but... Okay.
I know. Mama, is that you? Zoe, come look. Come see her gift. Look at all the pretties my little girl is.
Yeah, when he steps out of the fucking helicopter rubble, it is pretty cool.
Kiss me, lover.
Get to the garage.
I will say one thing about RE9 that's really good. It is graphically very nice. And it is fairly well optimized too. Damn, the NVIDIA driver's so fucking buggy.
You make me do something I'll regret.
Yeah,
I'm on my way, Daddy.
love you. And yes, being a dad is awesome, by the way. Sometimes I'll like see a message and then forget to respond to it, but probably the best thing I ever did in my life, for sure. Yes, baby. Dude, I tell you, Aqua, this was like a make it or break it thing for me. And RE9's not perfect, in Linux at least, which is, of course, my preferred OS, but I was like, it was going to be a make it or break it thing for me. The launch of Village was so terrible, and I truly mean that, so fucking terrible, because of the de novo, that it almost ruined my confidence in Capcom entirely. Like, had RE9 not been optimized in the way it was, and it also just looks a hell of a lot better than RE Village. I don't think Village is an ugly game or anything, but I'll tell you, man, the sequel to Resident Evil 7, my favorite game of all time, that shit was important to me. Like I said, I loved it so much I named one of my kids after the characters in it. So there's a lot riding on Village, and I was very upset with it for a very long time. Well, Capcom in general. Just couldn't believe they released it in that state. And then Crackers and like the torrent communities fixed it. They totally fixed it by themselves. And it turns out that the massive frame drops literally were because of the de novo, which, like, if you're gonna implement that in your game because you don't want people to pirate it, you better do a good enough job that, one, it doesn't perform like shit, and two, that they don't break it within a month. And they did. They broke it within a month. They had that shit patched when you could torrent it. No, I'll have to give you that. Cyberpunk's release was so fucking bad. It's not even funny. To this day, I can't play that game because of how bad the release was. I mean, I've played it since then. I don't like it at all.
I gotta get out of here.
I don't really care for the gameplay, or like, for me, I can put up with a game that has characters that I don't like very much, but only if. No, wait. I'm trying to rephrase that. I can play games that I don't necessarily like the gameplay for if the story is good. So, like, The Witcher 3, for instance, has very, very simple mechanics. But I love the story so fucking much that it was, like, super easy for me to continue playing it. And ended up loving that game.
I'm so sorry.
Cyberpunk, I mean, I love the way the city looks. especially in the DLC. But
Don't touch her. Don't hurt my family.
yeah,
I don't understand, Mama.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it another shot someday. I usually try it like once every 2 years, see if I can get into it. But
Don't worry, Mama. I'll go get help.
oh, I love Witcher 3 story, man. I tell you, that was the first game I ever completed that was actually long.
Why is this happening?
Well, now, there you are. Oh, you always did like hiding there.
I don't cry for video games very often. I think I teared up when I found out that Ethan Winters was dead, and in his final scene in RE Village, and I got really upset when I accidentally fucked up my Witcher 3 playthrough. I don't really care for Skyrim. I see why people like it.
You ain't smart enough to hide from me. I found you. No more running around.
Fuck you, Jack. I'll get the fake ending then. What are you doing, you dumb fucking piece of shit?
Daddy, stop it!
I've considered it. I have it in my Steam library. Oh.
Oh, now this is how you hurt somebody.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Come on. Come on.
What? Did you up and leave us?
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if you saw a meme or a clip from this game.
Don't you want to meet your little sister?
Now you're just being rude.
Golly, dude. You feel those punches. Dude, I wish. I wish we were at the Nickelodeon Awards. See if I can figure out how to get the true ending. Blime him. Dude, I wish. Um. Okay. Okay. Got it. I love horror games. I gotta say, I really like testing out itch.io games. One of my favorite genres, but I would say the games I've played the most are like Dark Souls. Definitely by far in terms of time over the past 10 years, mostly Dark Souls games.
Oh, she's so young.
Yeah, how's our other guest?
Sleeping, poor thing.
Well, I say let him. He'll be okay here for a few days. At least while till we can get him into town.
Zoe, go get some fresh clothes from the laundry room, okay? Oh, looks like there's some sort of oil spill or something. Let's get this poor girl some fresh clothes and into a warm bed. We'll put her in Lucas's old room.
Oh, come on. Can't you put her somewhere else?
Oh, Lucas, you just hush. You've long outgrown that room. Always wanted to run a bed and breakfast.
You got your big break, didn't you? Get her to bed.
If you can break through.
Good enough for soup, don't you think? Excuse me, look, Lucas. Clean clothes? Okay. Laundry room.
I guess I can't go in there yet. Yeah, I really like first-person horror games like this. I think they just knocked it out of the park with this game. One of the best-looking games I've ever played, too, graphically. It really holds up well.
Honey, please get her cleaned up and into some dry clothes. I need to check on the boathouse. It was half underwater last I looked.
Yes, Daddy. Yes.
Okay.
All right, little girl. Let's get you cleaned up.
They're mine now.
What? Daddy? Is the power out? Was there a lightning strike?
Okay, so we do have to go outstairs to trigger that. That's retarded.
What was that?
We have to do more than that?
Hello? Where'd everybody go? Mama, is that you?
Hey, Mama. That you?
Come look. Come see her gift. Look at all the pretties my little girl.
You too, brother. Nice to see you. And yeah, dude. We left this morning for the bus stop.
Kiss me.
Freezing, dude. Absolutely cold.
Get to the garage! Get some rope! Go now!
Ah. Good news, though, Guitar Jams. We got a quote on our car insurance today for our new vehicle. And turns out it's actually going to be way better than any other quote we've had, which is fucking awesome. Dude, we pay $200 a month for insurance. And it's not even good. But we're supposed to get full coverage for way less than that. Which is about on par with everybody else. I know they pay about the same amount, so I'm pretty happy. That's what I have right now. But that's from the car that I've had for the past 3 years. Can you what? I can't hear what you're saying, baby. I guess. Where did you come from? Huh? I don't care. Go. I love you. Be good. Yeah. Okay, baby. All right, sweetheart. I love you. Okay, baby girl. Love you.
It's a whole lot
Be
worse.
good.
Cleanliness is next
Wink.
to godliness, and your mom is pretty fucking close to meeting him right now.
But yeah, no, so we had Progressive, and we found out basically they'd been lying to us, so we went there for full coverage, and, we did everything on the phone, whatever, and,
I have to show her.
those fucking, dude,
She wants us all to show her our love.
I looked at my,
You don't
policy,
there now,
like, a few months ago,
we can't do that.
and found out that we had been paying for what we thought was full coverage, and it was literally just liability insurance, so they just fucking lied to us.
I expect to get rope.
So that's one reason I'm switching providers. That's bullshit, dude. I was paying full coverage rates higher, honestly. And I paid it for like a year or two we've had them, and just didn't know because I trusted them. I'll never make that fucking mistake again. So I'm going to we're getting Farmers Bureau, so I'm gonna be just actually going there and making sure in person. All we have to do is go and everything else has been done, so we just basically have to go and finish the process. But yeah, man, when I found that out, I told my wife, I was like, that ain't shit, dude. Like, literally only coverage for, like, bodily damage, that's it. And if we're in a wreck that's bad enough that somebody got hurt, like, come on, man. That's all? No, like, dude, even if somebody just crashes into me and it dents the back of my car, that shit's supposed to be covered. That's what I'm paying for. It's just stupid, bro. But I've heard really good things about Farmers Bureau, so
Gotta get out of here.
I think it'll be a better deal. And the DMV around here is way fucking easier to get to than the shitty one.
Zoe! There you are. Get back here, you bad girl!
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's fucking retarded.
Come to mama!
Run, you dumb bitch.
I'm faster than you are, sugar!
Open the door! Open the door!
Jack! Give me a hand here, Jack!
Fucking parents, am I right?
Get over here, Jack!
I've got 2 cars now. But the other one, we're not gonna be... I'm not gonna keep insurance on it. I'll just, like, use it to take the kids to the bus stop because it's in the neighborhood, just to keep it running, but... I'm not worried about having coverage on it because I don't intend on driving it. And if I ever needed coverage back, I could just add it to my new insurance and save some money.
Evelyn called me mommy. Ain't that sweet?
But no, we got a Chevrolet something. I keep forgetting what it is, but it's a 2014, only 150,000 miles for like a really good price. I mean, it was a lot of money, but worth it. It's got 8 seats. So we finally have more than enough space to get all the kids to and from without having to take extra trips and or, you know, let's put it the other way. The interior of the other car is decent, but it's not great. But as you know, I've had so many issues with that car. I'm looking forward to not having to worry about it no more. And yeah, trust me. I mean, I've never been I think I've been pulled over twice in my life, and one time it was because my wife had like bumped into somebody. It was like raining and our tires like to lock up in the rain, which is why I try not to go out when the weather's bad. And she like going like 10 miles an hour, but the car slid and she bumped into this guy, and it just like broke the plastic on our right headlight. So it's like displaying. It still works. That's the thing, right? So not something that needs to be fixed, but it like affects how far the light extends. And the cop, he literally what I would consider to be a bullshit reason. He's like, "Well, it's supposed to be 45 feet in front of you." But of course, he didn't give us a ticket or anything like that. He was cool.
Well, now, look who has decided to join us.
Wake up and smell the shitty coffee, Zoe.
Lucas.
You okay, dear?
But otherwise, I got pulled over once, and this is bullshit too. Okay, I'll never make this mistake again.
Well, now,
I didn't even know,
Lucas and I
but my the lights on the back of my car work,
have looked around the house.
but one of my brake lights didn't light up as bright as the others, and I had to pay a $200 ticket because of that. Simply because it didn't light up as bright as the other. Like, it worked. But that was some bullshit, bro. And they were like, wait, did I get the true ending? Yeah, $200 for that. And then the police officer didn't even write my name down right. That was the fucking funniest part. Yeah, well, it's like, right, so the lights are red, but when you press your brakes, they light up bright red. And the other one wasn't lighting up bright red like the one next to it on the other side. That was it. So they marked it as a brake light being out, which I would consider the entire light not working to be an out brake light, not it getting brighter. The light still worked. It's just, I guess, the secondary light that pushes more red through it didn't. So I thought that was pretty retarded. And the thing is, they'll follow you too, man. They'll follow you to the ends of the fucking earth to get you, bro. Every time I see them motherfuckers on the street, and I have a lot of respect for a lot of cops, don't get me wrong. But traffic cops in particular, dude, I can't even drive by them without being afraid that they're going to pull me over for no reason. Like, that shit, it's not really that bad where I live, fortunately. They're not out and about very often. They don't really hide in too many spots. And, like, if they do hide in spots, they hide in the same spots they always hide in, so you kind of know where to expect them and stuff. But sometimes, like, I'll notice, like, once every few months, they will be fucking out, and I don't know if they're trying to get a quota or what. They'll be fucking everywhere, dude. Absolutely everywhere. Oh my gosh, dude. That's... You know what that reminds me of, man? Um... Hold on a second. Just got a message. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, my friend, my best friend, Sammy, of all people, got pulled over for speeding. Okay, it was his fault. He did speed, to be fair. He's got honestly, quite the history of driving way too fast. Um, he's just one of those people that sees an opportunity to speed and get away with it, he'll do it, right? I'm not like that. I try to go 5 under or 5 above the speed limit. Like, I want to stay right there in that sweet spot because from what I understand, you're supposed to be within 5 up or down. And no more, no less, right? So he got pulled over for speeding, and the first thing the cop does tries to pin him on being a pothead. And I know, Sam, the only time that dude has ever had even alcohol was when he was sick as a dog, and he like had a home remedy cough syrup thing that he made with like a shot of whiskey. That's it. Like, this dude doesn't smoke. He don't take. He's clean as fuck. Clean as a whistle. Cleanest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. One of the only super normal people that I know in my existence. Like, he's totally fucking straight from everything. Which is one thing I really respect about him. So I know for a fucking fact he wouldn't be smoking weed. And if he was, which he wouldn't, he definitely wouldn't be fucking doing it in his car in a state where it's illegal. I know some people do that because they got balls. Come on, though. And the cop tried to pin him for having weed because he said he smelled weed. Um, and I don't remember if Sam said there was some smell like somebody else had been smoking it, but of course the cop was just trying to pin some shit on him, and they'll plant shit on you. Like, I've seen that shit happen in way too many of those police body cam videos, and they get away with that shit too. So one reason having a camera in your car is so fucking important. I gotta say, I'm actually gonna invest in one of those at some point. My car does have a camera in the back, my new one, so like I can see where I'm backing out, but just to have like a dash cam's good. Anyway, so they accused him of that. He's like, I don't smoke weed. Like, I don't do nothing. I'm as straight as a whistle. And he fucking, dude, they pulled him out of the car. They made him wait for like 20 minutes. They called in drug dogs and everything. He had like 5 other cops show up to search his vehicle. And he gave them permission to, which honestly, he like shouldn't have had to do that, but like I understand why he did, right? Like, it's not, sometimes you just can't fight them. Um, it's a bad idea. Put it that way. If you know you're clean, they want to search your car, fucking let them. I understand some situations where that wouldn't be a good idea, but it's just a shitty situation to be in, honestly. Like, a really shitty situation to be in. And of course he came up fucking clean. Yes, fight it later. That is exactly right. especially if you've got, like I said, like cameras and shit. Just fucking don't obstruct anything, dude. They will arrest you for any type of. They will consider so much shit obstruction. It's not even fucking funny. Like, oh my gosh, dude. And he was let go, and I think the cop didn't even write him a speeding ticket, because he looked like an idiot. That just reminds me of this one time when I was 17. I got home from work, and some kid in my apartment complex, like a 13-year-old, had like punched his mom in the face, and was like on the run. They called the cops on him, and he was just outside somewhere hiding. And I went to walk to the store to the Circle K to get me some energy drinks. Because who the fuck isn't opening an energy drink at 9 p.m.? Yeah, well, it's freer than most places and still not quite so free. Yeah, it's one of those things. Better than being arrested for saying somebody acted shittily in a movie in the UK or was bad on a TV show, though, I gotta say. But anyway, I crossed the street. As soon as I leave my apartment, literally 10 seconds later, I cross the street and like 10 cop cars swerve around me. All jump out with their guns drawn. They grab me up. They throw me in handcuffs. They slam me on the hood of the car. They do the whole fucking 9 yards. Because they say, yeah, you just beat the shit out of your mom, didn't you? And I'm like, no, my mom's right up there. I'm like, I live right there in that apartment. By the way, the apartment where this happened was on the opposite side of the complex. They were numbered. I want to make that clear. Big numbers. Had the cops been 3 seconds sooner, they would have seen me walking out the fucking door. But I guess they thought because I sprinted across the road that I was running. But no, the fucking case is I saw these big bright headlights coming down the road, and I wanted to get in fucking across the street before I got hit by a car instead of waiting. And they were back, but they had their brights on, so I couldn't really tell that. And I was already crossing the fucking road. So with that said, I was like, no, I didn't fucking hit him. I was like, you can go up there right now and talk to her. I live right there, pointing at it. I was like, you can see the room, the light on in my fucking bedroom. And then I guess the kid that beat the shit out of his mom thought, oh, they got somebody else. I'm just going to walk in front of these 10 police cars wearing the clothes and everything that was described in the phone call to them. He did. He started walking behind, and I see the thing is, I cooperated. I didn't fight. I didn't do shit. I didn't cuss. I didn't scream. I was scared to fucking death because they had like fucking 10 guns drawn on me. But I didn't. I did cooperated. Let's put it that way. I was answering questions. I was being honest. I was being clear. And I had two fucking kids upstairs, two babies, and I think I thought I was gonna fucking die. It was awful. And the dumbass kid walks out, and the police see him, and they're like, "Oh shit." He looks like the guy we're actually looking for. And it's because we both had pajama pants on. I didn't look anything like this kid. I didn't have long curly hair like he did. I was like 6 or 7 inches taller than him. I was wearing like a jacket or a hoodie, and he had a t-shirt on, and he had like red shorts on. I had red pajama bottoms on, but he had like, I think he had shorts on. And so they go and pursue him, and the first thing he does is fights and starts cussing at him, being an asshole. Like, oh, you motherfuckers, you ain't gonna fucking get your hands, all the shit that you would expect a guilty person to do. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, they treated me like dog shit, and like this kid is doing all this, and they don't got their guns drawn at him or all that shit. And they came back and they apologized, and they were like, we're just doing our job, whatever. Well, I was like shaken up. I didn't even want to go to the fucking store, but my dad actually offered to walk with me. Like the first time he had ever done that. So I was like, okay, you can walk with me. And they came back like 5 minutes later and gave us a card, and they're like, listen, if you want to file it, and this is the right thing to do. I didn't file a complaint because of how kind they were after the fact, even though I definitely think they mistreated me at first. But they were like, if you want to file a complaint, here's a card, all the information, you can get in touch and you can do that or whatever. But they were like apologizing and shit. So I was like, you know what? I mean, it's fucked up and it sucks that it happened. But I mean, like 10 guns on somebody that punched their mom. By the way, I've seen cops show up to murder scenes and not have their fucking guns drawn. So it was definitely an overreaction, if anything. Definitely an overreaction. And then the worst part is I started feeling like they were trying to coax me into not telling, pretty much.
Me and my dad walked to the gas station, and at this point, do you remember 10 cop cars? That's like the entire city's police force. Okay, I lived in a small city. Um, they show up when me and my dad are leaving the gas station. They pull in front of us before we can cross the road and offer us a ride home. And I didn't want to say no because I was fucking terrified. Dude just had a gun drawn on me like 20 minutes before that. We got in. He was just being nice. Didn't talk about what happened. Nothing like that. He dropped us off. Oh, y'all have a good night. It was weird. I thought that was weird. Maybe he was actually just trying to be nice. I don't know, but it made me very uncomfortable. So yeah, that was one of the most fucked up nights of my whole life, I gotta say. Really fucking bad. And we knew some of the cops there. Like, my brother had been arrested plenty in his life. So, like, they knew me. They liked me. Maybe the sergeant, I think, is one of the lead guys over the department. But he had actually rescued me and my mom from my mom's boyfriend once, trying to kill us. And, so he like saw me later, like years later, still remember who I was pretty much. And he pitied me because that shit happened to me when I was like 13 years old. I kind of wish he had been the one to fucking think I was the perpetrator of that shit, because he would have treated me differently. But I ended up having a positive run-in with him later. Yeah, like, you know, murder. Wouldn't be the first time. Look, if I like sat down and actually told you guys how fucked up my life has been, you would blow your mind. I try not to talk about it too much because I don't want to make the stream too negative, but most people are super surprised that I have my head on my shoulders as well as I do. Sam will be the first, because he's heard it all, because he's my best friend. Of course, I tell him everything. But he'll be the first person to tell you. It makes no sense. And if my brother and my sister also went through a lot of terrible shit, and they are not doing well. Like, my brother's in and out of jail constantly. It's like he keeps trying to go back to jail. That's the weird thing. Like, he likes being arrested, which is like some reverse psychology shit that I don't understand. Because I've never committed an actual crime in my life. And, my sister's like medicated by the government and did some really bad shit and got in trouble for years and all this stuff. Somehow I think the trauma in my childhood like made me stronger, and I don't think that it did the same thing to them. It did something totally different where it changed them so much. Whereas like I've got a lot of long-lasting effects from all that shit, like terrible anxiety, and like if somebody reaches out towards me, I flinch and shit, you know, because I guess I get flashbacks, think they're gonna try to hit me or whatever. But compared to them, yeah, sucks. I feel terrible for them in a way. My brother less. My sister, like I said, she's medicated like by the government, like a shit ton. My brother really at this point has no excuse. Because this shit happened so long ago, and I know there's a way to pull through it. But I can deal with him getting in trouble, but man, the way he treats his son, that he's like seen 5 times in the 17 years he's been alive, that shit pisses me off, because, you know, I got kids. I've been with my kids since day one. I might have spent like 2 or 3 days apart from them in their entire lives, and that was like after years of taking care of them. Like I went to go see a concert with my friend or something like that, you know? That's like my whole life. I certainly hope he can get it together. But he got really mad at his son for like not messaging him back fast enough, and then he basically said, "Wow, you're treating me like shit. Sorry that I almost ruined your life and I've never had anything to do with you." And he like blocked him. Like I'm honestly more of a father figure to my nephew than his own dad, which is really fucking stupid if you think about it. They drive the nice wagons, dude. Went inside subway cussing an old guy off meds. They pulled up with 6 cars and came aggro at him. Yeah. No, it's some cops are just cool, and then some. Maybe it depends on the city and how many high stress situations they're in. Because I know being put through that stuff, like I said, will change your brain chemistry. But I don't know. When you're a cop, you've got a lot of power. You just got to be very careful, and you got to know how to diffuse situations. For sure. And training is a very important part of that. Also, guitar jams. You ever heard of Godsmack? I'm just curious because I remember growing up hearing Voodoo on the radio. And then when I was like a teenager, right around the time my first son was born, I heard a song called Moon Baby. And I remember really liking it. And I love the album art for I think it's their first record. It's got like the girl with the red hair on it. I think it's great album art. And I really love that song. And Walmart recently just restocked their CDs with like, dude, they had like Around the Fur, Deftones. They had fucking Godsmack's first album. They had Audio Slave's first album. And of course, I got all of them. But I was unsure about the Godsmack CD, so I didn't buy it for like 2 weeks. But I finally decided to copy yesterday because I knew I'd probably never see it in person again. The fucking 25-year-old album. There's no fucking way they're gonna restock it. Although they did that time, so maybe. But I was like, man, I wish Voodoo was on this song, or on this album. And I remembered it being on album 2 from being a teenager because I was listening to their stuff. And I'm listening to the CD in the car today, and Voodoo's on it. I didn't even fucking know, and Voodoo's like one of my favorite. I mean, it's, of course, like their most popular hit. Maybe. It's the one I always heard, so. But I think Moon is fucking great, dude. It's a really simple song, too. I would love to get, what is the band with Serge Tankian in it? System of a Down? I would love to get their album, the one that has Hypnotize on it, and like Lonely Day. Such a lonely day. Fuck this game. How do you even manage? God has given me a strong will. I'll say that much. Very grateful to him for that. And as an adult, I've realized that I can really depend on this more than ever. And no matter what, when I'm lonely, or when I'm sad, or when I'm stressed out, I always have him to lean on. That doesn't necessarily make me not stressed, but it comforts me. And I'm really glad. He got me through that shit for a reason, right? If anything, I'm assuming it's so I can turn my sons into even better people than I could ever imagine to be. That's what I think. I mean, he gifted me with more sons than most people get, right? So, I don't know what the grand scheme is for it, but I don't believe that everything happens for no reason. Like us finding that car, it randomly got posted at 2 o'clock in the morning the other day. We could not find, for a reasonable price, any vehicle with 8 seats. Matter of fact, we couldn't find any vehicles with 8 seats at all. We could only find like town and countries with 7. And we needed 8 seats because there's 8 of us. And just randomly, my wife gets on the phone as like a last-ditch effort resort, and there it is. And it's cheaper than the other shitty cars, and in better condition, and newer. And I just don't believe that happened for no reason, you know? You know what? Guitar jams, never say never, buddy. Anything's possible. I've just had kind of a roller coaster existence, you know? but it made me a better person. So I'm glad that I went through all that. Not perfect by any means, but it definitely made my heart really soft. I know that's one of my character traits, is that I really care more than most people. And I'll never forget the day the guitar jams. I'm sure you remember when Charlie Kirk died, and I got on here and I was like fucking crying my eyes out. That was a bad day, I tell you. Son of a bitch, dude. What am I supposed to do? Fuck this. Well, see, it's weird, right? Because it is sad, but at the same time, it's not. It's kind of weird. Because I'm like so autistic about things that I have to look at it from all aspects. So like it was sad and bad in the ways that it was sad and bad, but it also has had a ton of positive impacts, you know? So in a way, I'm grateful. Of course, it would have been great to not have to go through that shit, but you know what? We'll play something chill for a little bit. Why not? Do, 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 do. Let's take a blast to the moon, baby. I sit around wishing well. Yeah, I'm craving, yeah. Yeah. I'll disappear. Don't ask why. Ever get away, yeah. Why is it every day that I feel the pain? Yep, appreciate it, Aqua. I live in a state in the United States, put it that way. Down south somewhere. Although the south is pretty big, but I'm sure you can hear it in my accent sometimes. Oh, fuck. Bought a monster earlier instead of drinking it. I've just been sitting on it. Yes, I saw that. They also did an album like maybe a couple years ago. It was like their return, and didn't they do a cover? They did a cover of "And the Last Year, Rocky Mountain way around and it couldn't get much higher." I can swear they covered that back in like 2011, which would line up with when they returned. Wasn't a Rob Zombie song? It was. Let's. Joe Walsh. He was the guitar player of the Eagles. Joe Walsh is one of the top tier guitar players. Dude, there's so many good songs from them, man. No, not a bug. It just takes forever to fucking load. Because if it was broken, this wouldn't be spinning. Well, that's what I assume. It's probably compiling shaders. I did upgrade my graphics driver again, so. You can check. Yeah, it's compiling shaders. You can tell because multiple cores are pegged at 100% usage pretty much. There we go.
Gotta head to Coney and see what Mysterio's up to.
Oh, yeah, much better at 1080p DLSS set to quality. This is a rather intensive game to run too, for obvious reasons. Dude, it always lags the Sandman. Could also be a super memory intensive title. I really like the first PS1 Spider-Man game. Oh, dude, I keep getting these graphical glitches with the beta driver. Animation work in this game is great. Oh, you fucking... I think you can pirate it, Aqua. Unless you mean like a hardware thing. Which is totally understandable. I think you can play this on lower end hardware. I think you would want at least a GPU with 4 gigs of VRAM and at least a 6-core 12-thread. And of course, 16 gigabytes of memory with decent swap. Oh, a 4060 could absolutely run it. Well, the 4060 is a good card. Plenty of VRAM. Considering like the GPU in a PS5 is like equivalent to like a 2070, which would be a 3060, which would be a 4050. Of course, it's not a one-to-one comparison, of course, but. Oh, you fucker. Ugh! Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, 8 gigs is what I've got. 8 gigs is still enough in 2026. Might have to turn your textures down in some games. Some of the badly optimized ones.
Need to make a sandproof suit.
Yeah, I'm having some performance issues in this game. I updated the Vulkan driver, it's just running worse.
Whoa! They're gonna blow up the whole block.
Dude, and the hard freezes, man. I'm thinking about reinstalling and just going back to 590 and dealing with not being able to play Requiem.
It's like they know I'm too busy when they do this.
Well, 8 gigs is enough. Borderlands 4 is just not good enough. Oh, that game doesn't care about the gamer. And I would be shocked if there wasn't a way to get that game to run on an 8 gig card, even with how terribly optimized it is. That has been my experience. No matter how terribly optimized a game is, settings are there for a reason, resolution, DLSS, all that shit. Even if you shouldn't have to use those things, at least you can, you know? Like, look at fucking, what is the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster? Dog shit optimization. But there's ways to make it run good. Yep, Dermico. I mean, hey, you know what? 4 gig cards are still decent though. It depends on what you're playing, but I got a lot of mileage out of my 1650 Max Q. Very much enjoyed using it. Okay. Let's try this. Put to main menu. You know what's funny? Ark Survival Evolved on the Nintendo Switch is probably the best way to play the game. Like dead ass. Put that to medium. Put that to medium. Just to see. Oh yeah, new Ark came out on the Nintendo Switch years and years ago, but then they redid it. They like rebuilt the entire game and made it good. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, this game has got some weird performance issues on this Vulkan driver. Yeah, if you ever get one, I would just look for one like used on Facebook Marketplace or on Market. They're pretty affordable. Probably find a decent used Switch with a dock for like 150 bucks. Honestly, you could probably emulate the Switch version of that on PC. Dude, shader caching in this game takes so fucking long. Like, you can tell when it's a shader cache stutter, because the game will just have these terrible micro stutters that go away after you've gone through the area.
Really gonna brand someone? Perish the fools speaking. Careful where you point that thing.
Oh, fuck you. I never got to play Saints Row 3, but I heard some good things back today about it. Dude, what? Oh, I've played Just Cause 2. I played Just Cause 3 also. Yeah, see, we load back in and all of a sudden the frame rate's better. Okay. What an improvement, dude. I have 0 dropped frames, so shouldn't be the stream. But then again, I did have it bug out earlier and freeze. But I think that was a bug in the game I was playing. Well, first off, I had a memory leak that totally fucking broke my whole computer. Gosh, dude, shader cache stutters suck. And also, YouTube just blows. Totally honest. I have to say, Guitar Jams, I know you use Ubuntu, but my last time using that, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It gets the latest NVIDIA driver. It's got a more stable kernel. Like, just avoiding snaps, like, the only thing I ever really feel like I have to do. As an experience, not bad at all. I really love the way GTK4 looks with the Ubuntu theming. You guys remember when YouTube actually went out a couple weeks ago? Oh, Death Stranding 2 is coming to PC, so I didn't even know that. I made it really far into the first game, but never finished it. What? Dude, that would be so funny if, like, I installed Ubuntu for this ability and you switched to Arch. Gosh, dude. What a turn of events. Oh, what? Dude.
Everything burns, even Spider-Man.
As long as my computer works, I'm happy, but the fucking bugs and shit that I'm having, specifically as an NVIDIA user, are really fucking annoying. I know it's just how it is, the trade-off, but... I mean, this game has some issues with NVIDIA hardware anyway, and Linux as it stands. The fact that it plays as well as it does for me is a blessing.
Prowler code says Uncated stash here.
No, not yet. He hasn't really seemed to care too much about it. She did say she would use Linux though. I just don't think there's anything she wants to play at this moment. But I've got it sitting right here next to me, so whenever she wants to, ready to go. Fucking kidding me? What? Oh, left alt. Fuck. Oh, the door flung open.
Gotta drive anyway.
Kidding me? Oh, they still do it. They did a good job with the animation. Like, they really did. Fucker. Dude, you pulled me over because my headlight wasn't bright. Get the fuck out of the car. Oh, if you see the stream freeze, by the way, it's because I'm tabbing out. You guys can't see it. I have everything hidden, but if the game just stops and freezes, that's why. Dude, AC Black Flag wishes it had parkour this fucking good. Oh, that was cool. That wasn't.
No. That gas truck's not gonna last much longer.
We'll be able to clear the whole block with this.
What's up? I'm stopping you today.
Dude. Fuck! Dude. Yep. Tabbing out breaks the fucking shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'll fix it in a second. Is that any better? Or is it still doing it? You see what I'm talking about with these bugs? This is exactly the type of shit I mean with like the new NVIDIA beta driver.
It'll fix you right up.
I used to be able to tab out anytime I needed and it wouldn't break anything, but now it'll make my shit turn into a slideshow. I bet it's not doing it now, though, huh?
We're nearly there. And touchdown. They'll take
Yo,
it.
that's the thing, is it's not a limit. It didn't do this before I upgraded to this shitty driver. I got a monster CPU for a reason, specifically so I could do this. Fucking sucks, dude. No, I mean, I was joking. I'll find somewhere to sit real quick. Whee. Okay. I think it has something to do with, well, it's definitely got something to do with the shitty driver, I know that much. Okay, here's the thing. I'm streaming from a totally separate graphics processor, right? Totally separate, doing its own processing load. And it has more than enough memory processing capabilities to handle a shitty 1080p, 60 FPS, 3000 kbps stream. And like I said, it never did this before. I've only had this issue one other time, and it was in Endeavor, funnily, or I think it was Endeavor on my other computer, because the other computer had the same setup, 2 GPUs, one did streaming, one did everything else. And for some reason, it was either Endeavor or Catchy, but it did the same thing one night, and clean installing fixed it. It didn't happen again. The only thing I can assume, if it was Catchy, it would make sense. Maybe it had like a beta driver, but it has to be the fucking graphics driver. Maybe it threw off the balance between the hybrid GPU setup. I'm not sure. Damn!
Prowler code says uncated stash here.
Dude, it brought me back here.
Getting in the hang of this thing. Think I can pull that steam pipe up.
I mean, I've got Plasma 6.6. I've got the latest everything. It's literally as up to date as it can be at the moment. But the problem is that my graphics driver's in beta, and matter of fact, it's not even the 595 beta so much so it's the 595 beta Vulkan drivers. I installed them this morning because Initux told me they might fix the issue with Elden Ring because it's broken for me now. It did not. It actually just made it worse. So I can always switch back, but and that's another thing about a hybrid GPU setup is the only thing that my NVIDIA GPU does is renders games. So my experience with the desktop, everything else is solely dependent on a driver that has been implemented in the open source stack for like 20 years with Intel. So I can run any Linux distro I want with no issue on the distro side because of the Intel UHD.
Making music again. It'll be a good distraction for him.
And the NVIDIA driver kind of just sits there and isn't even used 99% of the time. Nice, because I don't want it to be. Unless I'm doing something like this. I mean, I don't know, like, I just don't know when 595 is going to be in the official archery pose. Hopefully soon, the next few weeks, I would like to think. Whee! Move ass animation work, buddy. Giving it up. I'm so damn corny. And I'm feeling so fucking horny. I'm a lick on your dick, Tony. By the way, I'm not the type of person that would ever run a beta driver. I only did it for RE9. That is literally it. Now that I've beaten the game, I don't care so much to have it. But I have wanted to I've wanted to speedrun it, but it's been so broken, and now with the Vulkan updates, it's even worse. It like hard freezes and I can't continue, like you saw earlier. And since it's a beta driver and not many people are using it, all you can really do is just fucking do bug fixes and shit. Damn it. Yes. He's asleep. I can walk over there in a second and show him to you on the camera. I just told you I could show him to you on the camera, but he is asleep, so it's not gonna be up or anything. I mean, Mama, I can't think of the last time we've talked on the phone. I sent you pictures. I love you too. If you wait just a minute, I said I'll put them on the camera. Alright, to answer your question, Guitar Jams, I don't think it's worth $70. I mean, I don't know what other games you've played. I would say like 40 or 50 bucks would be a sweet spot. Hello, SJ. But a lot of my reservations with the game come simply from the fact that I can't really say why without actually spoiling shit. So, but let's put it this way: it's something that might not bother you at all. I'm on stream, Mom. Well, I mean, I can see him on the preview. Love you. All right, Mama. Love you, bye. I'll let you know. We already got a quote on car insurance, so we're gonna go check it out. All right, love you. Love you, bye. Damn, she jump scared me when she called me. Yeah, I doubt it'll be. Maybe the winter sale. All right, chat. I got up really early this morning, so I am gonna kill it. Try to get some sleep. I gotta take my car and get all that handled tomorrow. But I really appreciate you guys being here. I will most likely be live tomorrow, of course. So wish me luck. Thank you all very much as usual, and I hope to see you then. Stay safe out there.